Boom! Welcome to the... Dang. What is this, the 7th episode? Oh.
I think so.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I forgot to change this then, if it is 7. It is the 6th or 7. Like that. It's for all the homies at home. Alright, guys. What do you want to talk about, huh? Kevin Owens being brutally murdered on live TV? What else happened on SmackDown, huh?
So I guess we can, start with SmackDown. That wasn't the beginning, was it?
No, it wasn't. The beginning was... Oh, boy.
I'm about to look it up.
This might be 4.
Might be 4?
Yeah.
There's no way it was 4.
Oh, I had to unlist an episode.
Oh,
Why?
so it might be 5.
It was, not enough wrestling, too much morals, I guess.
Oh,
What the hell? I can't get you guys to pop up on the screen. Did you see what happened first?
yeah, it was, the opening was LA Knight versus AJ.
Oh, right. Good match.
Did you-
Predictable.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good match. Probably the match of the show. I mean, there was only like 3 matches that show, but
I think the right guy won, though.
yeah.
Especially to, face Cody right now, that's definitely the way they should win.
Yeah, because if AJ Styles loses to Cody, it's not going to derail his career or make him look weak or anything. LA Knight can't really afford a major loss like that right now.
Yeah, and it's always weird when they try to do, babyface versus babyface.
Yeah.
Sick. There we go. Yeah, you think so? For your first title reign, though, I don't think it's that bad.
You don't think it's weird to face another face?
No, not for your first feud, because you're not really... I mean, it's not even a feud. It's kind of just a match. You know what I mean?
Match, yeah.
It's like when Seth and AJ faced. Technically, neither of them was, a heel or a face.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But is AJ Styles the best gatekeeper for champions, I guess, or something? You know what I mean?
He might be.
Seems like everybody's first big match is against him. Roman, Seth, Cody now.
I mean, he knows how to carry him, so.
Oh, before we go any further, 6 years ago today was the birth of... No, 5 years ago today was the birth of... Anybody know?
5 years ago today,
Yep.
birth of... I don't know what.
It was the birth of Yowie Wowie Funhouse Bray Wyatt.
Damn, 5 years? Jeez.
6 years ago, and I don't know, a few days, was the birth of the electric chair Sami Zayn, telling everyone they were toxic.
Yeah, I
And
remember that.
you could have asked me about AEW. Yeah, that was lame. I thought that
Wait,
Sami was weird.
6 years ago, AEW came around?
That is correct, sir. That is correct.
Jeez.
I might have those two mixed up. Maybe Funhouse Bray was 6 years ago and Sammy was 5 years ago, but yeah, it was about that. Alright. Huh?
So that's nuts.
Alright. What was the next, Christian?
Next was the new tag team championship.
Oh. You guys can go first, because I'll probably nerd out about them.
I think they're great. They look like the old SmackDown titles from the early 2000s. I like the all gold, and it's not too big of the WWE logo. I like both new belts, but I definitely think these are the best.
Yeah, it's kind of like a nostalgia feel because they do look similar to the old ones.
As of right now... Oh, sorry, I thought you were done.
I was going to say nerd out.
As of right now, I think they are the second best looking titles in WWE. Maybe third.
Titles or title?
Title looking wise.
What's your number one in the U.S.?
I'd say maybe it's like tie with U.S., but I think the North American title looks cooler, and I think
Yeah.
I see. It depends what day you ask me. The WWE title I think is cool. Depends who's holding it, I guess though. But
Hater.
what?
It's not cool now because it's Cody, huh?
No, it's not as cool as one like Braun's holding it.
Braun.
Yeah.
It's not even the coolest WWE title.
Huh?
He's never even held this gold one.
He's held a version of it. I don't like the title because the color it is.
I definitely think the gold looks best though so far.
You know, I was like a little upset that there wasn't blue on it because the Raw tag titles had red on it. But then again, if they did have blue on it, they'd kind of just look like carbon copies of the Paul London, Brian Kendrick titles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
So I like it. I do not like that Austin Theory and Grayson Waller didn't get to hold up the titles in the ring, though. Like,
Yeah,
alright.
You see everybody making memes of when Grayson Waller like swerved Triple H. It was like he was having like flashbacks of like pedigreeing people.
His heart can't
Well,
take that right now, dude.
It's so funny. Both the tag champions kind of like just disrespected Triple H the entire time it was being unveiled.
Yeah.
The
The gimmick nowadays.
what'd you guys think of the like titles being given away that way?
I didn't mind it.
Yeah, I mean, made him feel a little prestigious.
In my
Nice feeling.
in my opinion, I kind of wish they would have just scrapped the titles at Mania and hung up these titles.
You know what would have been cool is if they hung up the titles but like covered up.
That would be interesting. Like you pull the bag down and you don't even know what brand champion you are. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, I mean, they could have done like a red belt and a red bag and a blue bag.
That's true too. Yeah, no, I think you solved it, man. We should have worked there.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
You hear that, WWE? Sign us. Sign us all.
Put us on the Riders team. But also, I guess I've kind of went over this right before we started showing these titles. Solo and Tonga showed up and told Paul Heyman to deliver them Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Good foreshadowing for later in the night. It's funny, I was watching some video and they was like, what did Kevin Owens do? Why'd they target Kevin Owens? Was all this because they didn't let them in the locker room or something like that? Because that snarky remark he made last week?
I guess so. I'm guessing that's like that, and I guess Kevin has been a thorn in their side for years. But.
Still. I love it though, man. We'll get to it later, but I love it.
Because it would kind of be cool if like Solo was like going and taking care of everybody that's messed with them in the way he sees fit, like saying like Roman didn't do it right, something like that. But after that, we got that tag team title number one contenders match and the Street Profits one. What do we think of that?
I was a little shocked by that.
Really?
I
Who did you
was.
think was gonna win?
Maybe New Catch Republic. I just kind of felt that if whoever wins this, I don't think it's gonna win the tag titles, but maybe Nick Aldis screws them. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe.
I liked that match though. It was a good match.
Yeah, it was a fun match. I mean, Street Profits are always a good match. That's why I just wish they would get him away from Bobby and let him do their thing again. But it's what it is for now.
Need to wait till the draft to see.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. Next, we got Carlito versus Santos.
Yeah, I have no recollection of this happening. If I'm being honest with
Yeah, it
you.
was very quick, and Escobar just like beat him really fast.
Did he?
They said
Yeah.
during the match, whoever's announcing, can't remember which one it was, but he's like, Carlito returning to his championship ways, And then literally right after he said that, just Carlito just gets his ass whooped.
Yeah.
Bro, Carlito looks like he's out of his prime. Like, you can tell he's out of his prime. And
I think he's like too muscular. He looks like he's slow.
Yeah, because he used to be like a high flyer type of guy, and now he can barely move. Right? Like when he was trying to jump over the rope and like kept hesitating, I'm pretty sure he was hesitating because he wasn't sure he could make the jump.
Yeah. Well, I think that match went kind of fast, so they can get to the next Bloodline segment. This is where
Kevin Owens.
Solo and Paul Heyman are in the ring. Solo takes the mic from Paul. Tama Tonga comes out with a bloody Kevin Owens, and they keep kicking the crap out of him. I mean, we kind of talked about this, that it seems like we're all in favor that this was pretty kick-ass.
You're in favor of that?
I had to tell Derek yesterday that it was real blood.
Was it?
That's what I'm saying.
They don't use fake blood.
Well, why? So they're gonna have him blade in the back for no blood? I mean,
Nothing. That
yeah.
was my point. Because it almost didn't look like real blood. Like, looking at it, it looked like it was like placed there.
Yeah, I might be with Derek on this one, man.
No blood came out during him getting stomped. Like, it just looked fake. And because they're coming out of the PG era and trying to get back into like that, you know, aggressive era or attitude era, like it might take time, and this is kind of a way for them to push into that. Like Cody Rhodes getting busted open, and then Kevin Owens coming out bleeding. Like, it's kind of a segue to get back into that and out of like the more timid like style that they're doing for the kids. And I thought it was fake. It just looked fake.
I don't know, maybe, but Kevin Owens just doesn't strike me as someone that wouldn't just blade.
Well, I mean, he didn't blade when they were fighting the Judgment Day, and they came out with the like hockey gear, and he was all bloodied up and stuff.
He didn't?
No,
That was like in a match, wasn't it?
it was in a match, but he was like hidden away, and then he popped up all bloody.
Hmm.
I think your
Maybe.
boy's soft, dog.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, if you had a chance to not have to cut yourself,
you totally changed up your tone.
I mean, he still, I don't know, he still seems like too real of a person in the business, but I guess I could see where WWE wants to, like, keep it fake for now, unless it's, like, during a match.
Yeah.
Because, like, Cody Rhodes, that one was for sure real, because you watched him bounce off the fucking wall and bust open.
Yeah.
But this one, why would you just bring him down with the blood, like, stopped at his beard, nothing got, like, on his chest or nothing, and just stopped bleeding? Like,
Yeah.
my...
Alright. Well, I think main event. Oh, actually, I think I missed the thing where Aldis took Paul Heyman out to the parking lot and showed him the car.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm gonna say I think Nick Aldis is the best GM we've had in like a long time.
Since Teddy Long.
Well,
Teddy Long was good for a while, but he went a little long.
I kind of feel like he's been the only GM we've had in a long time.
What about Adam Pearce?
Years.
But that's his only competition. You're basically saying I think he's better than Adam Pearce.
But I think he's up there with like some of the best GMs, because I like how he doesn't take like shit from anybody, and there's actually consequences for actions and stuff. I don't know. He just makes the show a little more entertaining.
He's definitely better, I would say, but I'm gonna wait a minute before I say he's one of the best.
And some people are thinking that they're leading to Team Aldis versus Team Pierce at Survivor Series.
That'd be fun.
But that would make sense. It's SmackDown versus Raw.
I mean, they haven't done that forever, though. It's been just
For real?
Yeah, it's been War Games the last few years, and then before that, it was just like there was like I can't remember the last time there was a traditional Survivor Series match. Was it when Nia broke Becky's nose?
I think it was when Chris Jericho had the list.
Yeah,
No.
it was around that time.
It was after that. The last one was like right before COVID.
Like 5 years ago.
Yeah, probably.
That's crazy. Oh, that's one thing. They can keep the War Games for like a big feud main event or whatever, but they need to bring the traditional Survivor Series matches back.
Like open it up with the team match.
I just feel War Games should be like its own thing. Why is it at Survivor Series? You know what I mean? That's like if Hell in the Cell was always at like Backlash or something. You know, like, why?
I mean, for a while,
Hell in the Cell was like always at Mania.
Yeah, and then Money in the Bank was always at Mania, and then they usually got to give it a couple years till they move it off to their own thing.
Yeah.
All right, so the next main event, Bayley versus Naomi. We had Damage Control, and then Bianca and Jade Cargill in the Skybox watching. What do we think?
Who was in the Skybox watching?
Jade and Bianca were on one side, and then Damage Control on the other, because they're probably facing for the tag belt.
Oh.
Yeah, they were literally like right next to each other, like a stare over.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't noticed, the reason I haven't been talking much, I fell asleep around that Carlito match and read up on the rest, so I don't really know much what happened.
So the match was okay. I feel like this match was like, doomed from the start to just be what it was. And Tiffany Stratton just came out and wrecked both of them.
I heard about that part.
I thought the start was ass, I thought the middle was ass, and I thought the ending was ass.
The ending,
bro.
Yeah, the ending was ass because of Tiffany Stratton. You know what I'm saying?
You're stupid.
But listen. One, Bianca. I mean, not Bianca. Fucking Naomi just kind of dominated the entire time. Bayley was like not doing good the entire match, and then even in the middle, every time she would like start to reverse and get some steam, just bam, Naomi just takes over again, and then is just in dominant control for another 2 minutes. And then finally, the end comes around. Bayley does her little belly to belly onto the table with an 8 count, and she's about to get back in the ring. And then Tiffany Stratton comes out. Bayley's gonna win anyways, and then she hits Bayley. Like, why not hit Naomi and make it be like, oh well, Naomi won, doesn't get the belt, but like, I mean, it was going to be a count out anyways. Like, Bayley was going to win because of a count out. Naomi wasn't getting up at 8 already off the table. And, like, I don't know. If they were going to have Tiffany Stratton, like, beat up Bayley and cause a DQ, it should have been at a different point in the match, not a almost victory for Bayley by a count out.
I have a similar complaint for Raw's main event. That's all I have to say.
We're not there.
I know. I'm just laying the seed.
Yeah. I guess that was kind of the main event. Was whatever. Kind of did more to set up Damage Control and Bianca and Jade than it did anything else. Except for, I guess,
Tiffany Stratton versus Bayley, I guess.
I'm wondering if they're gonna do a triple threat, or if it's just gonna be Tiffany versus Bayley. But I'm guessing that'll be the Backlash match.
Real quick, I thought Cameron Grimes got released today.
Did.
Oh, he's still on the website as a current superstar.
Who's Cameron Grimes?
To the moon. But
he was like, he used to be in NXT. He was pretty good. Then he got called up to the main roster by Vince, and Vince kind of just made him a jobber.
Triple H hasn't done nothing with him either.
I mean, I know, but I feel like, after someone's jobbing out for a long time, you can't really,
That's not true.
Build him up that quick.
The Miz got built up that quick.
No, he did not. It took him years.
No, he literally lost every match last year, and now he's already tag champs.
Alright, that's an established guy already.
Baron Corbin.
But think about the Miz when he first started.
Chelsea Green.
Jinder Mahal.
Now, Jinder took years.
But, I don't know. I don't know what... I'm sure it's just budget cuts from the new owners, but It's kind of sucks is because like they released all those people the other day, and then they literally sent out a thing saying, "No more releases should be expected anytime soon." And they release them today. So even he was probably like off guard, like what the?
Well,
fuck?
it might have been like a different situation.
I don't know. He posted a video and said like it just kind of came out of nowhere.
Mm.
What if he was supposed to get the call and he was in like bad internet connection, so they had to wait.
Very fucked.
Yeah, no, that would suck.
But all right.
Wait! Before we keep going, Beth Phoenix and Brock Lesnar are also listed in here.
Yeah, I remember a couple weeks ago, or like a month or two ago, they re-put Brock in there, but
I didn't know Beth was still technically WWE right now.
I mean, she hasn't made any appearances in AEW.
Isn't her voice the start of Edge's song?
I mean, yeah, but that doesn't count.
It counts to me. Go ahead.
Beth Phoenix still wrestles?
No.
I thought she retired and was doing background stuff.
She is. Like, Booker T's in here also, but I was just saying.
Booker T is a commentator.
Your mama's
Okay.
a commentator.
Before we move to Raw, does Friday Night SmackDown just have the worst fucking announcers? Like the people that read.
Wade.
Yeah, they suck.
It's Corey and Wade?
Yeah, I thought they were alright. Wade's kind of funny. They're definitely
Wait, is
not
it Wade? Wade Barrett?
Yeah.
Bro, it's awful. Like they're so corny, they're so like off rhythm. I don't know. Watching Friday Night SmackDown, I was like, these guys suck.
I mean,
Like Pat
this is
McAfee and
also-
Michael Cole.
Corey Graves has only been doing the like color commentating like Michael Cole for like a month, so he's still kind of.
Oh, because he was like the main guy talking. He used to be like the main guy talking, huh?
Yeah, he used to be kind of like what Pat McAfee is.
Pat
like,
McAfee is.
Like add a little extra things to Michael Cole.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I would say,
Okay.
go ahead.
No, you go.
I would say their chemistry isn't completely there yet, but I don't think them individually are, like, awful.
No, just together. I don't know. I can't. It's just hard listening to.
I guess this is Wrestle Cap, not WWE Cap. So I guess talk about AEW Dynasty on Sunday night.
All right, go ahead, because nobody watched that.
I had it on. I was watching for a little bit, like just kind of in the background. Let's talk about some key pointers. Jericho beating Hook clean, stupid.
That mean Hook's coming to WWE for real?
It might be.
Why
'Cause
you-
I guess people were saying he was testing free agency, so they think this was like Tony Khan kind of getting revenge, which is shitty in its own right. But
While you talk AEW, I'm going to step out. My Celeste just needs a diaper change, and it's a bad one. Do it.
Way to
But,
throw her under the bus, bro.
so that was like very shocking. The Acclaimed finally lost the trios belts.
Wait.
And it's-
Before you keep going, though. Why do you say getting revenge rather than, like, covering his own ass?
Because why Jericho of all people?
I mean, they was already in a feud, wasn't they?
I mean, it's been rumored Hook was testing for agency for months.
Well, I'm just saying, like, don't you think WWE would go back and have Sheamus beat Edge, knowing what happens?
I guess that's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
But I don't know. It was just Jericho. But this isn't the first time Jericho's done this, especially recently. Like beating a younger dude, and you know, props to Jericho. He's had an amazing career. He's one of the best, but he just can't go anymore, man. It's kind of sad to watch him wrestle at this point. But and then yeah, like I said, the Acclaimed finally lost the trios titles. They had them for like ever. Talk about a 180 of crowd reception, because like a year ago, everyone was all over the Acclaimed, doing the scissor me thing, you know, wearing the pink shirts and everything. They even made the belt straps pink. But the last few months, or last few weeks, people have hated them. Max Caster messes up his raps a lot, or they're like super cringy and forced. And then the Scissor Me stuff got like super stale. Billy Gunn's like pulling a Chris Jericho and like beating like Jay White and stuff. It's like very weird. But so they actually got a big pop. Jay White and Billy Gunn's two sons are a tag team, and they got like a huge pop, which they never get a huge pop. So Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay. It was hyped up as the greatest match ever, basically. Oh, who's the best wrestler in the world? And I feel like that, it was a good match. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say it's a bad match. It was a really good match. Two things I have a problem with. People are saying it's probably the greatest match of all time. I'm like, chill. Like, I get storylines aren't everything, but you need to be invested to really feel a match is like the greatest of all time. Like, good wrestling is good wrestling. It's always fun to watch. But you can't put it up there with the greatest of all times if there's no meaning behind it.
What match
And
again?
two,
Sorry.
huh?
What match were you talking? What match are you talking about? Sorry.
Danielson and Will Ospreay.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
And then the other thing that bothered me is the ending was a fake injury angle on Bryan Danielson, of all people, who is known to have career-ending injuries. Why would they do that?
Okay, I was going to ask you.
People thought it was real.
That was fake?
Yeah, I guess.
Bro,
I'm
he was like twitching. Because he was like.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's had severe neck problems. Why would they pull something like that? I'm like, that's just not the time and place to do some shit like
Yeah,
that.
why would he agree to doing that?
I don't know. Maybe
It did look.
kind of makes him look strong still, because he didn't like... He lost because of an injury or something, but I don't know. It was stupid.
Yeah, but it did look like he landed wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know when they planned that, or I don't know what the plan was. It was very weird.
Every clip I see of an AEW match, like, it looks like they're always landing wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of known for being, like, not the safest place.
Do you think maybe they did that to like cover up the Matt falling over thing? So and they had to look serious. So they had
that was like 2 weeks ago.
So
I don't think anybody would care about that anymore.
I care about it.
Bro, AEW fans are the dumbest.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
Twitter. They're saying like that Bryan Danielson match, whoever he fought, is like the greatest in pro wrestling history. Like,
yeah, that's what I was just telling Jordan. I'm like I'm not gonna sit here and say it wasn't a good match, but
the greatest in history.
yeah, and you have, like I was saying, you have to have some sort of story and investment to get people that into the match where it becomes the greatest match ever. Like, you can't just throw it in. Like, this match was literally planned like 2 weeks ago. Like,
Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero I Quit match was way better.
I would say so. But anyway,
That never happened.
not an I Quit match, but just their match.
Yes, it.
No, it
No,
didn't.
it wasn't I Quit. Yes,
No,
it was.
No, that was Ray and Chavo.
No, it was Ray and Eddie.
No, it wasn't.
Because he put Eddie in the fucking beam that, like, off
No,
the stage.
no. Chavo did that to Ray, and then Ray tore his ACL there.
No, that was Eddie.
No, bro, how you gonna
Chavo,
tell me
bro.
this is my favorite wrestler at the time?
That was for the contract for Dom.
No,
No,
now
that
you're
was a last
confusing. Yeah.
That was a what?
A ladder match.
Okay, then it was the one before. It was a match between Eddie and Ray. I swear.
I mean, that was the
Chavo.
ladder match, but the other thing was Chavo.
I can
Okay.
picture Chavo hitting the chair on the thing like in my head right now.
And Ray was yelling, "I quit!" And then he tore his ACL. He didn't come back until SummerSlam with Triple H, and that was also Booker T's last match at SummerSlam.
What match was it where Eddie cut his mask?
Where he cut his mask.
Yeah, like almost in half. Like he ripped it, basically. It was like,
I think that was just like a normal match between them, but just like had bad blood in it.
Hey, real quick, who's the girl in Alpha Academy?
Maxine Dupree.
Yeah, that's it. Jesus Christ. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
I couldn't think of her name.
Trying to get through this AEW.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I'd say the next big match was the Young Bucks versus FTR in a ladder match. FTR lost. Young Bucks became the first ever 3-time tag champs, and their gimmick is that they're the bosses. So it's like, and they were helped by a returning Jack Perry with a shirt that said "Scapegoat." really leaning into the CM Punk stuff, I guess.
So,
You got to at
is
this
Jack
point.
not part of the Young Bucks?
No, Jack Perry was Jungle Boy with Luchasaurus, and then he turned heel.
And
Got in a fight with
Christian.
CM Punk, and he hasn't been back since last summer. He was in New Japan.
He was the start of the "your father's dead" meme. All right, come on now.
Yeah, he was.
Give him a little credit.
Because he's what's his name? What's his dad's name?
Matthew Perry.
No, Matthew Perry is the one who died this year.
The guy Luke Perry.
Yeah, Luke Perry. He's Luke Perry's son.
I'm mad you didn't know that.
Me?
Off the top of the, I don't know Luke Perry. I just knew he was in Family Guy once.
I don't know Luke Perry that much either.
Oh.
No, he was a big
I don't know
movie.
Luke Perry at all.
Anyway, so yeah, and then the main event: Samoa Joe versus Swerve. Swerve won clean, right decision. First Black AEW champion.
One more thing. Robert said Brian has done this multiple times now.
That's all. Even worse.
And then he also said it was Luke Perry.
Nice.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, it was an okay pay-per-view. People putting up there, oh, this might have been the greatest pay-per-view you've ever seen. I'm like, chill.
Yeah, maybe from AEW.
Not even from AEW. I think it was All In, like 2021, where like that's when Bryan debuted and Adam Cole debuted, and they had the Young Bucks versus not the Lucha Bros. Is it the Lucha Bros? Yeah, I think it's the Lucha Bros. But in a cage match, and the Young Bucks like super kicked him with those spikes on the bottom of his Jordans. That match was like, that's probably my favorite AEW match. Either that or the dog collar match with Punk and MJF. Yeah, it was an AEW pay-per-view, I guess. You know, I'm honestly surprised MJF didn't come out. I'm wondering what the hell is going on with him.
He's getting drafted first overall
to NXT.
If they did that instead of him like helping Cody at Mania, then that's just like a downgrade.
No, in the NFL draft, he said he's quitting wrestling to pursue his career as a quarterback.
What if the paper wasn't signed yet?
I mean, fair.
Or he had like something where he literally couldn't be there in time.
Yeah. Or he requested like an extra $500,000 to help out WrestleMania, and they said no.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's just re-signed with AEW already, and I don't know if he's like has a really bad injury, because I know he was banged up, but from what I thought before is they said it wasn't too serious and he'd be out for like a couple months, but it's been a while.
Why does he stay with AEW? Like, yeah, he's the biggest star in AEW, but like, you're the biggest star in the smallest pond.
It's not the smallest pond.
Obviously, it's not the smallest pond, but like, I feel like I see just as much coverage of TNA.
Once you like start getting that wrestling like into your Twitter page, it's just you get like all wrestling.
All wrestling, yeah. New Japan, fucking the backyard wrestling shit. I mean, dude, on TikTok, I'll be seeing like people that are like TikTok wrestling, like, oh, I'm the champion, and it's because they're playing 2K24, and they will fight each other, and then if somebody wins, they have to ship the belt to them.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Sounds kind of cool, actually.
I got to go back and redact a statement I said earlier. The current WWE Undisputed Universal title is my favorite title right now.
Told you.
Well, I'm just looking at this picture of Cody, and it's like, that's nice.
A nice ass belt, yeah. Alright, on to Raw. Opens up Pat McAfee, Michael Cole in the ring talking about the women's match. And then that gets set up by Jey Uso hitting the ring and being interrupted by Damian Priest. I thought this was a pretty good back and forth. What do you guys think?
Real quick, Robert said he was dealing with a shoulder and hip injury. He has been gone for so long because he doesn't want to have surgery.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's our inside analyst, Robert.
Get your facts straight, bro.
Hey, that's why I like the NFL and everybody has Adam Schefter. He's our Adam.
So, what do you think about this, Jordan? This little segment to start off the show.
What was it again?
Damian Priest
and Damian.
Who?
Damian Priest and Jey Uso.
Oh, right. Didn't like it.
Why?
I don't know, man. Damian Priest is just... He's been so bad on the mic to me since becoming champ.
I thought this was his best promo, maybe ever.
And that's saying a lot, bro.
I think Jey Uso saved it. Because Damian Priest... bro, and I have no background past WrestleMania. Damian Priest on the mic is not good. Like, it was so corny. It was like he sounded like a crybaby, and then he's like, correct. He's like, you know, I remember this one time, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Like, what?
And like,
who says that?
Why is he doing this like babyface flirting thing? And then like the ending when JD ran out there, that kind of looked like botched in a way because it was like Jay was waiting on it to happen, and then it finally did happen. And I just thought the whole thing was kind of bad. Wasn't a good opener Raw for me.
I thought it was funny. Jay breaking him was funny, and then like I get what you're saying with like the babyface thing about like the story about them like 5 years ago in catering or whatever, and Jay telling them like we're next, Deuce, or something like that. But then he kind of turned to heel again and he said, "Yeah, you're right. I'm next."
But that was very telegraphed, bro.
Telegraphed, corny, and he stumbled over it because he was like, "You were right. Yeah, you were right. I mean, you were halfway right." Like he like stumbled over it, and then Jay saved it when he was like, "Yeah, you're the only reason you're the leader is because Rhea's hurt. Oh, and tell mommy I said hi." And then he's like, "So basically, what that makes you to me is Dom's bitch." That saved the whole, like, that saved it. That shit was so funny.
Yeah. I fear he's going to have, and there's still plenty of time, but he's on a very Jack Swaggerish trajectory right now. That's all I'm saying.
I don't like Damian Pierce personally. I don't see the
It's
the
funny
hype
you
in
say
him.
that. It's funny you say that.
Wait. Don't just cut off Derek like that, bro. What are you doing?
I was already talking.
I don't know, man. Not from my view.
Alright, what were you saying?
I said I don't like Damian Priest, and I can't get behind him. I don't see the hype on him, and he just reminds me of like Baron Corbin at first.
Yes, he can either go down one of those paths. I disagree with that, man. I don't think.
Like Baron Corbin wanted to be like Daredevil. Something.
Robert's got my back that Corbin was tight.
Maybe at NXT, but what do you want? The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That's a say that 3 times fast.
I was gonna say, I'm mad you said like the whole thing.
Once he won that, he started the trope of you ain't doing nothing.
Anyway, about the Jack Swagger thing, it's funny you said that because WWE like posted the match graphic of Jay versus Damian, and someone commented on it with a picture of Alberto Del Rio versus Jack Swagger.
Nice.
Alright, next thing. There's the tag team championship match. Not gonna lie, I kind of was hoping DIY was gonna win.
I wasn't.
I just don't think Truth and Miz, like, it was a cool pop at WrestleMania, it was funny, but I don't think they need a long title reign.
I also agree with that, but based on what happened at the end of the match, I'm glad DIY didn't win. Because I was kind of with you. I was like, if they win, I ain't going to be that upset about it. But a face DIY or whatever is not going anywhere. They win it and they're bootleg DX or something. You know, it's not cool. They need a change. I honestly think they would have Chad Gabled them if Chad Gable hadn't done it last week. You know?
But DIY was face in NXT when they were at like their peak.
And then?
They split them up.
In what way?
Well, Ciampa got hurt and then jumped Johnny and turned heel.
Right. And that's the best part.
But Johnny was still a face for almost every time until the end.
Yeah. So what?
I mean, I do like him better as heels. But I'm also a little nervous that they're just going to run back Ciampa versus Gargano.
I don't think they will.
I hope not.
They're like...
But it's also weird that, like, they're doing the same kind of thing that, like, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell were just doing.
There you go. that Candice is cheating on Johnny with Ciampa. There it is.
So they're bringing back the way with Ciampa this time?
Right.
See, I like R-Truth and The Miz together.
I do like them, but I just don't think they need a long 6-month reign, especially when we're coming off of all these long-ass reigns anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it should bounce around. I think both tag titles should constantly move around just because it just makes the division that much better. Because the tag division kind of gets bland if somebody holds it for too long. But
nah, man, Austin, A-Town Down Under need to be champs for like 3 years.
They don't need. I don't like them as a team. They're funny, but like Grayson Waller just means like I don't know. He's just like
Dude, Grayson Waller has like the most douchey walk, song, and look on his face, man. That he's just so funny. I gotta get behind him.
All right, on to Gunther makes his return finally. Looks weird without the belt. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought his promo was interesting. That's not what I was expecting, but I didn't hate it.
No, I feel like it still sold him as like he's still that dude, and like honestly, I think he should win the King of the Ring. I don't know everybody who's in it yet, but as of right now, I think he's the best choice.
we've heard 3 so far.
Yeah,
Becky Lynch is definitely going to win the King of the Ring.
I mean she won't put anyone else over.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I thought the segment was okay, and he got his point across and everything. After that, I thought that was lame. I so thought that was lame.
The New Day stuff. You don't think they got the new hit song? Where you go, that? Where you go?
No, I thought that was kind of cringe, if I'm being honest with you. Until they're lucky the crowd got behind it because it was so odd. But
Yeah.
I'm talking about after that though. But we can talk about the match.
Well, just like as much as I love the New Day and always have, it has kind of ran its course, and they need something new.
You think they should split? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if they should split or go back to heel, but they've just been doing the same stuff for like 10 years now. It's like,
Well, I'll say a big detriment to them is not having Big E.
Yeah.
Because it adds like that extra thing because they're all so different.
Yeah.
Maybe Kofi just needs to be Jamaican again.
If I'm being honest with you, I think that is what they need. I think they need Big E as like a manager or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he said they need to find a new member, and they were like, hell nah, which I agree with. No one could just replace Big E like that. But like you said, like a manager, you know, he doesn't have to wrestle. Like, just do funny stuff outside the ring. Still got to introduce him.
Yeah.
How mad would you be if they took Bobby Lashley from the Street Profits and just made him the 3rd member of the New Day?
That's literally the worst fit of all time. Like
Technically-
Montez Ford, I think would fit in pretty well, but
Yeah.
Bobby.
Technically, the closest person to getting into the New Day was
Titus
your boy
O'Neil?
Titus.
Yeah, I remember that. I honestly wanted them to let Titus in back then.
Or Titus O'Neil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tight draws.
But yeah, then on to the match. The New Day ended up beating Imperium, and then They kicked out Vinci. What do we think?
Right. So this is what I didn't like about it, right? Why does everything seem so, like, obvious right now? You know what I mean? And they dragged it on for so long with all the hugs and kissing on the head and stuff. It's like, and when do they ever stick around on the losers that long? You know what I mean? Like, you could just tell it was coming. And
Yeah.
see, what I was hoping for, I was hoping Da Vinci would have tried it on him, right? And then, like, even if you wanted Kaiser to, because you never see that. You never see the guy who's getting kissed and stuff be the one who, like, turns and tries to whoop their ass. But if they wanted Kaiser to still do that, it would have been cool if he, like, would have seen it coming and reversed it and then whooped his ass or something, you know? But, like, that is, like, an old wrestling trope that I think needs to go away for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think it would have been better if Kaiser just did it on his own accord, or do you like that Gunther ordered him to?
Did he?
Yeah, did you not see when he walked backstage?
No, I seen it, but is that what Gunther was saying? We need to defeat or mess up Vinci or something? I kind of just took that he was saying they were soft.
No, because Kaiser went back there and said, "It's done," and Gunther like shook his head, like, good.
Like we're not soft anymore.
He said, "I told you I'd get it done."
Yeah, that's what it was.
Like
I have a hot take.
Like I ain't a little punk anymore, bro.
No.
I think Ilya Dragunov is going to get drafted to the same show as them and going to join up with them.
So here's the problem with that. Dragunov and Gunther have like a storied rivalry over like the past 10 years.
Oh dang! Okay,
they had like some of the best matches in NXT UK. Like they were like,
what if Ilya Judgment Days them? He Finn Balor's them.
That'd be pretty cool. That would be...
I think he fits with them.
Yeah, I mean, he does. It would actually be kind of cool to see them, like, instead of be rivals, be teammates. But I also want to see them wrestle.
I mean, yeah, but like he can join in like now. He could join in now, and then like by WrestleMania, like maybe Hell in a Cell or something, or Elimination Chamber. I mean, he's out of the group, and then he's beefing with Gunther, and like Gunther's the king of the ring winner, and he's playing that the whole year, and then Dragunov's like, the only reason you won is because of me, and then like bam, WrestleMania, you got the match.
Yeah, that would be cool. It would definitely be a swerve because everyone would think that they would just face, but got to build up to it. All right, next, probably promo of the night: Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. What do we think?
I'll go last this time.
I thought, like I said, I thought it was the best promo of the night. Drew was just as funny as always. I feel like Sheamus hung in there with him, even though Drew's been like killing it. I feel like Sheamus hung in there with him. The burger after burger thing, bro, I was dying. I was dying. But Sheamus made some good points. And then, I'm wondering, is this going to be Drew's feud before Punk comes back? Probably.
Sheamus?
Yeah.
Again?
I mean, they know they got the chemistry.
I don't know if it's going to be the feud. I don't know. Is Drew not going to win the title back? Like, is that like a thing now?
I don't think for a while. Like Summer. I'm thinking maybe Clash at the Castle.
I think that's where he's getting it.
Yeah.
My biggest problem with the whole situation with Damian Priest is Drew is so much better on the mic. Drew can cut promos. Like, I don't know. As a person coming back into it, it's just hard to watch Damian Priest be the champion and Drew cutting the better promos every single week.
Yeah,
I'm like a hater, bro.
I will say I think Drew has like been the highlight of the show every week. The Rock isn't there because the Rock gets the time and the like camera and stuff and all that stuff. But Drew literally knocks it out of the park every week, and like Derek said, I think everyone's in agreement he'd be the better champ right now.
Yeah, but also I think they're playing the long game, like giving him his big hometown win finally, and like the story like, they're telling is good. With it for so long to then like finally they give it to us.
I guess I more don't like that Drew has accepted that he has gone back to the end of the line. Is what I don't like.
I mean, he lost the number one contender match.
No, he got screwed out of the number one contender match. You know, Drew is like the most justified guy right now, if anything. Maybe he's trying to get Sheamus to watch his back. Maybe Sheamus turns heel.
Alright, but the whole reason he's in this like scenario is not justified because he lost to Seth like 3 times clean and then still got another shot.
He lost to Seth twice, alright?
Alright.
But, like he said, he made a great point. Seth wanted Cody to face him, and Cody beat him 3 times in a row. So what does it matter?
I mean, fair.
And he did not lose clean. He got screwed in both of those matches, or in one of those matches. The whole bloodline got involved.
Yeah, that's true. But they got involved to beat up Seth.
No, they was because Jay was there, and he was like staring him down. And then, like, he, like, Claymore Jay or something like that. Then he got back in the ring and got stomped.
Well, just like, same thing that cost him at Mania. He's focused on the wrong thing.
Well, I'm just saying, he has a good point. Why can't he just wrestle? He would be the man if he could just wrestle.
Alright, but he wrestled. He won the match. It was his fault for going out there and baiting Punk into doing something.
Hey, when you call your shot, alright? You deserve to have your moment. It's not like if Deion Sanders pick-sixed it and, like, as he was doing his touchdown dance in the end zone, somebody could just spear him. You know?
Alright, but you're telling me if you got injured right when you were on track for the biggest match of your life, finally your dream match, and the guy who took it away from you is in your face rubbing it in, you wouldn't trip him like that either?
I mean, I'm not saying CM Punk wasn't justified, just the Money in the Bank thing is kind of screwing Drew. Like he said, that's happened to him twice now.
Yeah.
He should win the Money in the Bank briefcase now, now that I think about it.
That's what I said last week.
But I think Money in the Bank's after Clash.
Maybe,
that's what I said last week.
Maybe CM Punk wins the title at Clash at the Castle.
Yeah, that'd be such a slap in the face. Because it's like, not only is like it close to his hometown, it's literally in Scotland.
Go ahead, Derek.
That's what I was saying last week, because Drew wins the Money in the Bank, and then he gets to cash it in.
I mean, if he doesn't get the belt at Clash, that's definitely the route they should go. Alright, that led to a match, Sheamus versus Nakamura. I thought that was a pretty good match.
I agree. I feel like that's like a pay-per-view match if the like storytelling is there. But we got Shinsuke at his lowest stock possible right now, the new Cesaro. So
yeah, as sad as it is, I also feel like Shinsuke's fine with it. Like he's just collecting his check, surfing, chilling.
Yeah, that man only likes surfing, I guess.
Literally.
Shinsuke's too good of a wrestler for them not to like. Do they not build stories around him because he's bad at English?
No, they've had good stories around him. He always loses them though.
I think he's wrong place or right guy, wrong time. He's like Bray Wyatt in a way.
Yeah, and he got there like he's still good and can go, but he's definitely not like in the prime of his career.
Yeah, and he got there with like AJ Styles and Finn Balor as well, and they pushed them hard and
he was like older than them already.
Oh, really?
Like, they definitely should have had him beat AJ for the belt. Like, that's probably one of the worst booking decisions I've seen. But
it's a real altering decision.
Like, all of his matches are, like, really good. Like, he is, like, one of the best in-ring wrestlers.
You know,
yeah.
I will counter that argument, though, Christian. I would say maybe he shouldn't have beat AJ, because when he dropped to his knees and then gave him the low blow, that was like a good story for him for a while. Maybe he should have got one of the next two matches, though.
Yeah, I was maybe not even at Mania, but definitely after he turned heel. Like, how are you gonna have him turn heel and not win it?
What really buried him was losing to racist Jinder Mahal twice.
Racist?
He lost to Jinder Mahal
twice.
Yeah.
You don't remember that when they put Shinsuke on the screen and they were like mocking him, like his eyes and everything?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was cringe for sure. All right. On to Chad Gable. I'm digging it.
Yeah. If the Creed Brothers stuff is true, I am interested to see how they get there.
So,
Well,
I was
they
talking to
started
Jordan. Huh?
They started getting him away from Alpha Academy.
Well, so here's what I think is going to happen, because he's trying to wile them up and like get them motivated, and I think they're still going to lose. So then he's going to be like,
Do you hear anything, Derek?
No, are you talking?
His lips are moving. Yeah, his mic definitely died or something.
hello?
There you go.
I think I hit the button on accident. Anyway, so I think he's going to be like motivating them, trying to.
Yep, he did it again. Well, I guess while he's fixing that, I think it would be cool if there was like this big group of the Creed Brothers, Alpha Academy, Chad Gable leading the way.
Wow.
And then they got, what's his name, backstage? Jason Jordan. I think it would be cool if he just, like, demasculated that man so hard in front of his guys. And then the original Alpha Academy, that's when they turned on him, is because now he's just, like, being a dick. Because Jason Jordan literally can't wrestle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that sucks for Jason Jordan, because wasn't he the better one when they came out?
He was the more, I guess, athlete one, I guess, if anything. But Chad is the more technical stamina wrestler, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but that is
hear you.
way too damn close to your mouth, bro.
How about now?
That's better. It was loud as hell, though.
Anyway, so what I was saying was I think he's going to be trying to motivate Alpha Academy. They're still going to let him down. So then he's going to, like, cut a promo on them, be, like, demeaning them, yelling at them, and say, like, you guys have been replaced. Then the Creed Brothers are going to come out of nowhere and just, like, wreck them. And then they're going to stand tall as the world's greatest tag team 2.0.
Yeah, I really hope that doesn't happen.
Bro, it's right there.
World's Greatest Tag Team 2.0 is the worst name I've ever heard in my life.
I'm not saying that's legit going to be
Oh. No, I mean...
Christian just wants Perp Gable.
I do.
I just feel Chad doesn't have the, like... the resume, the pedigree to, like... be the leader like that. If anything, they're all kind of, like, on equal footing.
I don't know, because people have been really buying into Gable being like a badass the last like 6 months.
I mean, I guess, but he ain't done nothing. He's done as much as the Creed brothers.
Yeah, Kurt Angle was a badass like his whole career.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think Gable should go after the United States. Like, he should get changed to the show with whichever show the United States Championship goes to. And that's what he should go after.
Nah, it's gotta be the Intercontinental title, bro. He's put too much...
But I feel like the Sammy versus Gable thing is, like, strung out.
In a way, but it wasn't this Chad Gable. It wasn't with his crew behind him.
That's true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think this is the perfect time. If there was ever a time to use Jason Jordan for rather than a pull apart, this is the time. But then again, if you do that, people are going to be like, can Jason Jordan have another match? You know, and they probably don't want that in there.
I mean, they could do kind of like what Edge did with Cena when he wasn't cleared, and like come out and like try to talk sense into Gable.
I hope so. I think it's better if Chad just tears him down. Like, this man is weak. He didn't listen to me, and look at him now. Do you want to be a loser like him? All this stuff.
Yeah,
You know? Like,
that would be cool. All right. Next thing was Ricochet and Andrade versus JD McDonough and Santos Escobar.
this was a short match, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty short.
Because I barely remember it happening. I just remember the ending.
Yeah, I didn't really like it.
It was written on the wall because they've been building up Ricochet and Andrade for like weeks now. It's like, yeah, they're about to like clean house on these guys. Kind of weird, like how they're just burying Santos.
It is kind of weird. Because Santos is pretty underrated in my opinion. Like, he's a good wrestler and he's good on the mic.
Yeah. Do you think this is the start of the downfall of the Judgment Day? Like for real, for real?
Yeah.
Probably. Because like Finn and Damien are like, seems like they're kind of starting to butt heads now.
And Finn wasn't even there.
No. And then Damien told Dom in Spanish something, and then JD said, "What did he say?" And Damien looks back and goes, "I said, I don't need you guys. You guys need me." And then left.
Yeah. And then also that like stare down Liv and Dom had.
Yeah.
The seeds. Some guy was like, Dom could only take that stare once or two more times before he crumbles.
Who knows? He might have crumbled right there, dude.
You what?
That's why they cut so fast.
Right.
Well, are you crumbling? Are you crumbling first time?
Are you?
I asked you.
Nah.
I asked you.
See, that's different for me and you because Liv is my favorite diva. I'd have to ask you for like Alexa Bliss. You crumbling with Alexa Bliss?
Probably.
Jordan, you crumbling if like it was like Chris Jericho?
It's a very short list of women I wouldn't crumble for in the WWE.
Would it?
Yeah, it's a
you
very.
Crumbling for Nia Jax?
I said it's a very short list.
Alright, well, that was a good segue. We're talking about Alexa Bliss. Because the Battle Royale, which I was very upset she didn't return that, but...
Is she supposed to return soon?
It was just rumors. It wasn't, like, for sure, but...
But is she supposed to come back to wrestling?
Yeah, she's been in training already to come back. I just don't know when.
What happened to her?
She had a baby.
Oh. Didn't Becky come back like 4 months later?
No, she was out like a year.
Newt said you can't win without him.
Damn. He's gonna unsubscribe.
Bro, I'm surprised Newt just got in. We're like almost done.
To be fair, I don't have the confirmation that he ever did.
It's just the first time he commented. But alright, yeah, what do we think of the Battle Royal? Right winner. It was not a very good match, I'll say. It's kind of sloppy. There were some funny parts.
I thought it was pretty sloppy also. That Chelsea Green, Nia Jax moment, like you could tell they were both just like looking out the ring like, is now our moment? No. And then like Chelsea Green was like throwing these like weak punches and then was like, no. So they like kept doing stuff. Like they were so distracting while Piper Niven was beating up Becky. But what I was getting at, I thought this match was kind of like too based around that World Heavyweight match when Batista had to relinquish the title, and like Mark Henry and Kurt Angle. Like it was like almost the same play-by-play match.
Well, what me and Robert were talking about was Becky literally won it the same way Seth won that Rumble we went to.
I mean, she wasn't out as long as Seth was, though.
I mean, it just wasn't as long a match, but it was like the same basic principle.
I'm glad.
I'm saying,
good.
Edge did it first.
Edge did what first?
Be out of the ring for the entire match and then get back in and win.
He did that like 20 years later.
What?
He did that
20 years later.
Huh?
20 years later than what?
He just did that like the latest time he won the Rumble.
Edge?
Yeah.
I thought he did it in like 2007.
No, he's only won 2 Rumbles. One of them is when he came back from his like torn Achilles, and then the other time
he
was.
Did it at a Battle Royal or something? I thought it was when we were kids.
Oh, a Battle Royal.
I know Kurt did it in the Battle Royal. That's the match you were talking about, right?
Me?
Yeah, Batista's and then Kurt was outside forever and then came back in and won.
When Mark Henry thrashed that fool.
Dude, that was tight though because
it was new.
No one expected someone from Raw to enter.
Right.
That was pretty sick. But I get Becky is the safe pick right now, and like I was kind of telling Derek earlier, I think this is to help Liv win in a bigger, more legitimate way later. But why not just pull the trigger It's right there.
For Liv?
Yeah.
Yeah. My thing is, Liv went over the top rope and then pulled Becky out from the middle, and then was trying
she was
to,
like never gonna win.
yeah, she was trying to knock her off, but it wouldn't have been a victory.
Just real quick, even Newt said they made Shinsuke useless. He's so boring to watch now.
Yeah, we talked about that, Newt. It's a shame.
And who knows how long Newt's been watching, right? But even in that short span, they went to reviving his career already useless, already boring, you know, like. But the thing I was trying to say earlier about the ending of SmackDown or Raw's main event, also with SmackDowns, is both of them. They both tried to do a move that would have eliminated both of them, and I think that's so stupid. Like when Liv tried to do the Oblivion. What was your goal there? That your back would hit and your feet would be up in the air or something like this? Or like, I can't remember. Oh, Becky tried to do the German suplex thing, which I'm kind of tired of that spot, honestly. They never do it. They never should do it unless you want somebody to break their neck or something. But why do they always tease it?
The funny thing about her trying to do that was when she wrapped around it, I think it was Pat McAfee. It might have been Michael Cole, but one of them said, "Oh, this is definitely high flying." Like no, it's not. Like Sasha Banks be jumping off the turnbuckle onto 4 people. That's high flying. This is just a suplex off the apron.
Newt said Shinsuke's basically a Rams kicker, and he misses 30 kicks and then he gets pinned. He didn't say that Rams kicker part, but. Yeah. I think it was the right move, Liv not winning. I honestly don't think Liv should have made it that far because, don't get me wrong, I love Liv, but she shouldn't win the title right now. Like, if she's gonna feud with anybody for the title, it probably should be Rhea. And if Rhea's not gonna be back for like 5, 6, 7, 8 months, she's not. She should not be champ that long.
But who should have been in there with Becky at the end then? Because you can't have Nia Jax because that's too hard of a person to get over the top rope by yourself.
I honestly wouldn't have been that mad if Nia won. There was actually a portion where I was cheering for Nia because when she slammed Piper Niven onto the table and didn't break, and then she tried to Samoan drop her and she like struggled for a minute. I was like, "Come on, Nia, you got to hit this, man," which I never thought I would say.
I told Christian I think they should push Piper like they do Nia as like the big bad, chick, but because she can actually do moves in the ring. And Nia is awful on the mic too. Like that little promo she cut backstage for the Battle Royal, that was awful.
I think Nia is no worse on the mic than Piper.
I don't know Piper on the mic. That's the thing. I've never seen it.
I think Nia's on a good run right now.
It was pretty funny when the ref like held the belt up and Nia like posed next to her. That was pretty funny.
I think Nia's on a good run right now.
Like I said, I think it was definitely the safe pick. I think Liv is gonna take it off Becky like right before Rhea is set to come back, and then they'll feud. But I feel like the Dom thing is inching closer and closer.
Do you think that once Charlotte comes back, Charlotte, Rhea, and Jade Cargill are going to all be on the same show?
No, I think Charlotte's going to the SmackDown or...
Wait. Are we done? Recapping the shows?
Yeah.
Because since the draft is next week, I think it'd be pretty cool if we go through real quick and make our predictions.
Right now.
What else are we supposed to do it? The draft is this week.
You could have gave us a warning so we could have planned something.
I didn't know he was going to talk about AEW for 20 minutes.
That was you guys interrupting me. I was trying to go quick.
You still could have gave us a warning.
It's not a surprise that you're thinking about it the whole show.
Because how many picks are we doing?
How long does it take to say Raw, SmackDown, or NXT?
How many people do you have listed?
Like 40? What?
All right, let's get it.
Go quick because I gotta make dinner.
All right.
and I got to leave for work.
Tribal Chief or Roman Reigns?
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah, I'm also going SmackDown. Seth Rollins.
Raw.
I'm gonna say SmackDown.
All right, Raw, SmackDown. I think Becky's win solidified he's staying on Raw. Oh yeah, I excluded all champions. Oh shit.
I think Logan.
Huh?
I think the Intercontinental and the United States are going to be flipped.
Well, that's your surprise at the end, I guess. Oh, wait, no, that was right. Shit, sorry. AJ Styles.
Wait, who are you picking for those two?
For what two?
The two you said that original.
Roman and Seth? I said SmackDown and Raw.
Oh, okay.
AJ Styles. Let's go to Raw.
I think he. Yeah. I should go. Yeah, I'll say good.
No, I'm going to say he stays on SmackDown.
All right.
Why would he be the number one contender and then go to the other show?
We all know he's losing, all right? Come on.
I guess.
LA Knight.
I think he's.
Do it on the podcast. Do what on the
He's
podcast?
going to Raw.
Did Derek say Raw?
Yeah.
We're all going Raw. CM Punk.
SmackDown.
Raw.
I also think Raw. Drew McIntyre.
Raw.
SmackDown. Oh, wait. No, Raw. Raw for both of them. I thought Damian Priest was SmackDown.
I already wrote SmackDown in pin, bro. There's no going back.
Just write Raw on top of it.
For a longer word, you put SmackDown, bro.
No, I just mixed up the champions.
What?
I was thinking, okay, Drew's gonna fight CM Punk is gonna fight Drew. Drew's gonna fight Damian, and I thought they were SmackDown, but it's Raw. Both of them are going to Raw. You heard it here first. If he tries to say on Friday, I said
You literally heard SmackDown first.
Yeah, I caught myself.
Jade Cargill.
SmackDown.
I'm gonna say Raw.
If they signed her and then she just gets drafted, that'd be so crap.
Yeah, I agree with Christian. I also go in SmackDown. Bianca Belair.
SmackDown. They're gonna become tag champs.
I'm gonna say SmackDown.
Alright, we're all going SmackDown. Jey Uso.
Man, that one's tough.
I think Jey Uso, to counter AJ Styles, is going to SmackDown.
I'm gonna say he's on Raw.
I'm gonna say, man, SmackDown.
And he's also got the blue blue Yeet glasses. Jimmy Uso.
SmackDown.
Part of me feels he's not going to be drafted, but he will be going to SmackDown.
Is every person getting drafted?
I don't know. I don't know the format. Would you come on?
I said NXT.
Oh, you think Jimmy's going to NXT?
Yeah, he's gonna need a rebuild.
I
Alright.
think he's gonna have a feud with Solo.
Randy Orton.
NXT. I'm just kidding. I think he's staying.
No, he said it. He said it. It counts, right?
He didn't write it in pen.
Yeah, I didn't even have a chance to write it. Alright, I'm also saying SmackDown.
I'm SmackDown.
My last 6 people have been SmackDown.
I feel like that was mine with Raw for a while.
And now we're at Liv Morgan, who is staying on Raw.
Yeah, staying on Raw.
Yeah, staying on Raw.
All right.
You know,
And
gotta keep it raw.
we got Tiffany Stratton, who is staying on SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah, I agree.
Her and Bayley are gonna have a 2-month feud.
All right. Now we got Gunther.
I'm gonna say he's going to SmackDown.
I also think he's going to SmackDown.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have a feud with Cody towards the end of the year. I'm gonna say SmackDown.
I think he might take the belt off Cody, to be honest.
All right. But how about Finn Balor? SmackDown.
Why do you think that's how they separate the Judgment Day?
Partly.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna say SmackDown.
And SmackDown. Okay. Dominic Mysterio. Staying on Raw.
Raw. Dom is gonna have a feud with Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
All right.
In a way, I think.
It's funny you say Rhea Ripley because Rey Mysterio.
I'm gonna say he goes to Raw.
I think he's also going to Raw.
I'm gonna say Raw.
Bobby Lashley going to Raw.
SmackDown.
Is he currently on Raw?
He's currently on SmackDown.
Then I'm gonna say SmackDown.
All right. The Street Profits.
SmackDown.
I heard of Raw. I heard of SmackDown. And I'm saying Raw. Andrade. Huh?
Do you think that's how they separate the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley?
No, I have them all going to Raw. Christian has SmackDown and Raw.
What'd you say?
Andrade. El Idolo.
SmackDown.
I think he's staying on Raw.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be on Raw.
All right. Braun Breaker.
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah, I'm staying SmackDown. Chad Gable.
Raw.
Raw.
I also got Raw.
They said he was going for the US belt, bro.
I know.
Yeah. I also said they're gonna switch.
He did
Bro.
say that. All right.
Get on my boat.
Charlotte Flair.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah, SmackDown.
DIY.
They honestly don't care.
Stay
NXT.
on Raw.
I think they're staying Raw. You said NXT?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that.
I would. They've been there too long. Nia Jax. Raw.
SmackDown.
Nia versus Jade Garhill.
I mean, they teased it at the Rumble.
Did you say SmackDown, Derek?
I said Raw.
Raw. Alright. Shinsuke Nakamura. NXT.
Yeah, I'm gonna say NXT.
NXT, yeah, he needs a rebuild. A regeneration of life.
And I'm like thinking it as if this like 3-brand thing is true.
Zelina Vega.
SmackDown.
You said SmackDown?
Yeah.
Who is she with?
LWO.
She
Which
was,
is
like,
Andrade?
She was.
Okay.
I'm saying she's
Who that-
going to Raw with Andrade, though. Or where Andrade will be.
Yeah, I'll say Raw.
Andrade going to SmackDown.
Me? No, I have him going to Raw. Oh, you?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, alright. What'd you say, Derek?
I'm gonna say Raw.
Raw. The New Day.
They're staying on Raw.
Yeah, I think they're gonna stay on Raw too.
Me too. But if they do leave, maybe back to NXT, huh? Maybe.
Maybe.
Have they ever been on NXT?
They were the
They're
NXT
the
champs.
NXT tag champs.
Oh.
Alright. How about New Catch Republic?
Staying on SmackDown.
SmackDown. I don't know who they are.
I'm gonna say they go to Raw, but they need to go back to NXT. Where did you say, Derek?
SmackDown.
All right. Let's get a little tricky here with Trick Williams.
He's staying
I think
in.
I think he's going to stay in NXT because Carmelo Hayes is going somewhere else.
I'm going to say he goes to SmackDown. But what about Carmelo Hayes? Where is Carmelo Hayes going?
I'm going to say Raw.
I'm also saying he's going to Raw. Alright. Solo and Tama.
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah. Sheamus.
Raw.
Where do I got Drew? Raw? So I'm saying Raw. Where'd you say, Derek? Did he say Raw?
I think.
Alright. Shayna Baszler.
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Did you say Raw for Sheamus?
Yeah.
Alright. Zoe Starks.
SmackDown.
Yeah, I agree. Sean Spears.
I think he's staying in NXT.
I agree. I don't know what he said. Santos Escobar.
SmackDown. Raw. I'll say Raw.
I think he needs to get away from Ray, so I'm going to say SmackDown. Rick O'Shea.
Ricochet, I'm going to say Raw. Who's the other people?
Santos and Sean Spears.
Sean Spears, NXT, and Santos, NXT.
2 NXTs. I'm going to say Ricochet stays on Raw. Rhea Ripley.
Raw.
Raw.
I agree. Chelsea Green.
I think she's going to go to SmackDown.
SmackDown too, yeah.
I'm going to say she stays on Raw. Piper Niven.
I'm gonna say she stays on Raw.
I'm going to say she goes to SmackDown with Chelsea Green.
I'm going to say... So I got them splitting the other way, Christian.
Damn.
What?
I feel like Piper's going to NXT now that I think about it.
Why?
Because I think she needs to rebuild down there too.
Alright. Otis.
Raw.
Raw.
I agree. Maxine Dupree.
Raw.
Naomi.
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah, we've agreed on the last 3. Karrion Kross.
NXT.
NXT.
God damn. We are all on the same page here. Ivar.
Raw.
SmackDown.
Where'd you say, Derek?
Raw.
So we went from 4 agrees to completely different answers. I said NXT. Indy and Candice.
NXT.
Already, huh? Already right back down, huh?
Yeah.
Did you say one?
SmackDown.
Oh. So we're all different there because I have Raw. Them Creed brothers.
Raw.
Raw.
And we're all in agreement. Then Braun.
Didn't you guys think that Chad Gable was going to SmackDown?
No.
Oh, I did? Damn, I looked at my whole list.
No, you said he was going to Raw.
Yeah, you said
Oh,
he was
really?
staying on Raw, but the US belt's switching.
Oh, okay, cool.
Bronson Reed.
SmackDown.
Yeah, SmackDown, because he wants to have a feud with Sami Zayn.
Yeah, that's why I have him staying on Raw. Alright, and now, I know we've gone through a lot. What is your surprise draft thing? It's the last
I
one.
already said.
The title switch?
Yeah,
US and IC or all of them?
just the US and IC.
US and IC switch.
I'm gonna say a returning Braun Strowman is on Raw, and a returning Alexa Bliss is on SmackDown.
God damn. You know, it's not a lot of room on the paper, right?
Just put
We
Braun.
just put Braun and yeah.
Yeah, I have one line to write all that. We're all on one line also.
Bliss SD Braun Raw.
That's still long.
That is not even longer than Darius.
Wait, you said Alexa? No, because I just wrote USIC and then drew a little arrow. What you said? Braun is going to Raw
Yeah.
and Alexa to SmackDown.
Yeah.
All right, so I wrote that backwards. I'm gonna say Baron Corbin will return to SmackDown,
Nice.
and him and what's his name, Breaker will win the titles off of Theory and Walla. But there
I
you
think
go.
they're gonna keep them away from each other on Raw, on like the main roster.
What are you trying to say? Corbin cramps his style or something?
No, but they already had like a heartfelt goodbye and stuff.
Whatever, I already wrote it down. But there we go, y'all. There's our draft recap or draft predictions. I'm gonna go see if Kawhi Leonard could put them clamps on Luka Doncic. Anything left? Anything? Y'all got anything to say?
We'll see you next week.
Thursday
Love you.
podcast. Get it.
Podcast offs.
Yeah, we'll talk about if Kawhi laid them clamps on Luka.
That, and we will be live watching the draft as we stream.
Oh shoot! Right. That starts Thursday.
Yep.
What time?
Yeah.
6, I believe.
Sick, dude. I think I'm off Thursday too.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
Heard
I'll
it
catch
here
y'all later.
later.
Peace.
Offline.